The FA Cup never, ever disappoints. What a game of football we have just seen. Red cards, VAR decisions, 7 goals, big challenges, a rivalry. Manchester United 4, Liverpool 3, a last-minute goal, and then a red card. Genuinely, if you're a Man United fan, go and build that guy's statue. Now, all jokes aside, what a game of football that is. What a game of football. If you're new to the channel, please do go down and smash that like button. And if you haven't already, please do drop a subscription. We just hit 2.6k. We're pushing 3k Unreal support. Where do we start? Where do we start? I actually went into this game, right? I'll be honest. I actually thought Liverpool would win relatively comfortable. You know, one loss in their last, 22, 23 games. Done very well in the last couple of years domestically under the likes of Jurgen Klopp. I actually thought they would go in and blow Liverpool away, blow Man United away. But Man United had this resilience today. And whether you could say that was because it was a derby, rivalry game, whether you could say it was because it's the FA Cup, it's the last thing they've got to play for. They won that game and they deserved to win that game. The amount of chances that Marcus Rashford had on his own. You know, we'll start off, obviously, Manchester United go 1-0 up. Scott McTominay, whenever Eric Ten Hag has a pressure moment, whether it comes down to a big Premier League game where this guy's on the verge of the sack, or turning up in the Champions League to grab a goal here or there, or grabbing a goal in the early rounds of the FA Cup, he is always there for Manchester United. Like, look, he's not the most prettiest player in the world when it comes to on the ball. He's not the most elegant footballer. He's a bit of a battering ram at times. But I tell you what, Scott McTominay, when it comes to turning up and getting goals for Manchester United, the guy is second to none. Liverpool bounced back early. Well, sorry, just before half time. McAllister and Salah, 2 goals in about 2 or 3 minutes. And when they went 2-1 up, I thought, you know what, Liverpool they're gonna blow them to smithereens. It's gonna be 3-4, maybe even 5-1. But United hung in, they kept going, and they just kept believing. And there's a resilience in this Manchester United side. It's not every day you score 4 goals against Liverpool. It's not every day you knock them out of the FA Cup. And if you're a Manchester City or Arsenal fan, you probably would have wanted Liverpool to go into the latter stages, semi-finals or final of FA Cup, but they haven't. And Liverpool will now put all their focus into winning that league title and going and potentially winning a Europa League. I'd be a little bit wary, though, now they can spend a little bit more time in preparation for those big Premier League games as well as European games, whereas Manchester City could still do another treble. It goes into the second half. Liverpool had a few chances. I thought like Darwin Núñez was forcing a 1 or 2 many shots. I feel like they took Salah off. They brought on Harvey Elliott. He did some nice things. Diaz had a couple of nice shots. Onana made lots of big saves. And then 87th minute, Anthony gets a goal. And you're thinking, why is Ten Hag bringing him on? The guy's absolute toilet. But he gets his first goal in about, I don't know how, I can't remember the last time Anthony scored. And it's probably the biggest goal he scored in the last year. Drags it into extra time. And you're like, right, Man United have got the momentum now, but Liverpool bounce back. Harvey Elliott gets a goal. It is deflected. I think it deflected off Eriksen, went through, I think, Harry Maguire's legs, goes into the back of the net. And Liverpool have got this resilience to never die, keep going, battle to the very, very end. But Man United also had a roll of the dice. They got a goal, none other than Manchester United own Marcus Rashford in the 112th minute, made it 3-3. And I'm thinking, right. And then Amad Diallo, listen to this, 121st minute winner, 122nd minute red card. Absolutely insane. He didn't realise he was on a yellow card, took his shirt off, celebrated. He's got the winner. I'm not a big fan of players getting yellow carded for taking their shirt off. I've always thought it's a stupid rule. The emotions are high. You know, he's just won his team a game to get through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. The only real thing that Manchester United can play for. Now they've got Coventry in the semi-final. You know, the likelihood is Man United will make another final under Ten Hag, but they've got through. Like, it's such a stupid rule. But Amad Diallo, Cote d'Ivoire international, makes it 4-3 to Manchester United. And when you look at their season, they may be able to salvage something here. Manchester United are only, what, 6, 7, maybe 8 points off of Spurs. Fifth will get Champions League. If they could potentially win an FA Cup and get Champions League football, I think most Manchester United fans will take that. There's a lot of uproar about what's going to happen with Manchester United. You've got a new owner coming in the summer. But as a game of football, that was, for a neutral fan, was absolutely brilliant. It was insane. Goals, VAR moments, emotions were high, big challenges, red cards, yellow cards, tackles, potential penalty decisions that should have been. I mean, the game was insane for a neutral. But in terms of Manchester United, where are they going to be for the remainder of the season is yet to be said. But they've got a lot of winnable games coming up. You know, Brentford away, fighting for their lives. Sheffield United, and then they've got a very, very tough April where they've got Chelsea and Liverpool in there again. But they've also got Bournemouth, they've got Burnley, they've got Newcastle, and they've now got a semi-final to play against Coventry. And the likelihood is Manchester United will make the final. And if it's a Manchester derby again, which it was last year, Gundogan scored an absolute worldie in that game. Manchester United will go into that game somewhat confident if they play like they did today. But it's just a fantastic game of football. It really was. Where I look at the game changed is when Liverpool kind of in the second half didn't really create too many clear-cut chances. Manchester United had lots of balls across the box. Rashford had a couple of chances. Kelleher made a few good saves. And I think Man United overall were the better team in terms of the match stats. If you're interested in match stats, there was only 3 shots in it. Both had 11 shots on target. Man United had 28 shots. Liverpool had 25. The possession stats were heavily in Liverpool's favour, but I don't think there was too much in it. Both had quite a few corners. Just a fantastic game of football. What I will say is, though, Manchester City will be licking their lips now because the likelihood is they will beat Chelsea, who won earlier today 4-2 against Leicester. Wasn't an easy game for them. Pochettino could make another final in his first year at Chelsea if he beats City. But Manchester City will be licking their lips now. I think Manchester City beat Chelsea, and I think Manchester City beat United, and they win the FA Cup. And if Guardiola does another treble, it'd be absolutely insane. But in terms of Man United, I think they beat Coventry. Obviously, they beat Wolves yesterday 3-2. Unbelievable drama in that game. United have got something to play for. I think they've now, Ten Hag's been under a lot of criticism recently. They haven't had a few results go their way. But, they've beaten Everton, they've beaten Forest, they've beaten Luton, they've beaten Villa, they've beaten West Ham, they've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Wolves, they've beaten Newport County, they beat Wigan. They drew with Spurs. Their form's not horrendous. They are on a bit of a upward trajectory. And I think every Man United fan, like I said, at the end of the season, if they can get back into the Champions League and win that FA Cup, every Man United fan will take it. It's not where they want to be. They want to be up there winning Premier League titles and challenging for European honours. The new owner's going to come in the summer. He's apparently going to take over of all footballing decisions and footballing prospects at the football club. So we'll see what's going to happen. But what a game of football that really was. We were blessed. We were absolutely blessed. Make sure you drop a like on the video. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. Like I said, the support on the channel in the last couple of weeks has been absolutely insane. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. I am out.